Deep in slumber, Jino's body underwent a horrific change. He was turning into a colossal beetle and had no idea. Morning came, Jino woke up, realized he was a monster, and let out a blood-curdling scream. Jinu didn't waste time crying over his new body. He just quietly accepted it. As the family's sole breadwinner, his real nightmare had just begun. How exactly does a giant beetle go to work? Then Jinu's boss showed up at the house, demanding he come out of his room.
Where is Jinu? If he doesn't get to work right now, he's going to be late.
Jinu finally stepped out. His monstrous form terrified everyone. The boss bolted from the house. Jinu tried to chase after him, but his own family forced him back. His sister Rumi tried to care for Jinu. She fed him milk and moldy bread. When left alone, he would gaze out the window at the scenery or entertain himself by crawling along the walls and the ceiling. But when Jinu could no longer work, the whole family had to step up to survive. His once broken father put on a crisp suit and became a bank porter. His sister, with zero experience, took a job as a shop clerk, studying shorthand and French to get ahead. His asthmatic mother fired the maid and did all the chores herself. She sewed undergarments for a boutique and pawned off every piece of the family heirloom. One day, Jinu crawled out of his room. His father chased him through the dining room, pelting him with apples. One lodged in his back, festering into an infection. Starved and tortured by the rotting wound, Jinu grew weak. Soon he couldn't move at all. Later, his parents took in boarders. They turned Jinu's room into a dumping ground for junk. Left in the clutter, Jinu became filthy and foul. One day, the sister played her violin for the tenants, but they quickly lost interest. Drawn by the music, Jinu emerged from his room, hoping she would play just for him.
I'm leaving right now! I refuse to pay for my stay, and I'm looking into legal action against you!
It has to go. We need to stop thinking it's Jinku. That delusion is the source of all our suffering. How could it be Jinku? If it were, he would have realized humans can't live with a bug like that. He would have left long ago.
That night, Jinu retreated to his room and died with a strange sense of understanding. Finding his body, the family felt a massive weight lifted from their shoulders. They eagerly planned their future. Realizing their finances were surprisingly stable, they decided to move to a smaller apartment. Just like that, Jinu was forgotten. In the end, the parents happily noticed the sister had blossomed into a beautiful young woman. It was time they decided to find her a husband.